Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Detroit Lions. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. A man who played collegiately over at East Lansing, here's Ken Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
On second down, here's Smith. This is Fant on the short completion. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Geno. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Now Geno. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. You talk about this Lions defense. They come into this one way down at number 23 against the run in the NFL.
I always think back to what my defensive coordinator in college used to tell me. Playing against the run is 11 individual battles, man on man, and are you going to win that battle? Are you going to whip the guy across from you and get to the ball carrier, wrap him up, and put him on the ground? because the one thing he absolutely detested was yards after contact. Tackle him, put him down on the spot.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Geno now to throw. Left side here, taken in by Metcalf. Calling a gain of 40 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 4. It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4-4, but might need to be 5-5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already. I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on 3rd down.
Throwing is Smith. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
This drive didn't end well, but if they can keep stringing these together, they'll like what they're doing. That was an 8-play drive before it ended in a fumble. So the takeaway's got to be doing what we want to do and doing it well. Just got to take care of the ball at the end.
Following the fumble recovery, Hooker. That's caught by Montgomery. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. They'll go with a rookie from Alabama. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Lions had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. No score after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. Play action. Here's Hooker. He'll find his rookie tight end, Sam Laporta. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
A 1st down created by Laporta. An easy draft pick by the Lions because he fit exactly what they want. A tight end excels at finding gaps in coverage and throwing hard blocks at the line of scrimmage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Jonah Jackson, former 3rd-round pick, the guilty party. From the gun, it's Hooker. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Partner, was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. They go play action. Here's Hooker. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from their own distance. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They're going right back to Walker. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Great pickup by Walker. It was the 2nd back off the board in the 2022 draft. But he was first among rookies in carries, yards, and touchdowns, and was the Rookie of the Year runner-up.
Now Gino on 1st down. Throw out wide to Walker. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Smith now to throw. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front
and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Out of the gun, Smith. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. They'll get to the line here. Remember, it's also 3rd down. Now it's Smith. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
On 1st and 10, Smith. This is Fant on the short completion. Touchdown! Noah Fant, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Seahawks will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Hooker now off play action. In trouble, and he's taken down. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. I think a lot of time when we see a sack, you say, well, you blame it on the offensive line, the quarterback, but here, maybe you just tip your hat to the defender. What a play.
Yeah, and I think sometimes they just get a sense of the play before the ball's even snapped. Kind of like a sprinter anticipating the gun in a race. They're off, and guess what? The quarterback's down.
The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Let's go now.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. Hooker. That is caught. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
He's got it complete to Gibbs. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
second and 5. Working out of the shotgun, Hooker. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Looking to throw, Hooker. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And here now the punter, Fox, as he sends this one away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. A 40-yard punt, no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this third quarter from their 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Throwing. Hooker. He's got it to Williams. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 3. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And St. Brown going to have the Lions first down as he'll get this up to midfield. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. Oh, what a move. And he's got this down to the 35. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he'll take this down to the 33.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now a bootleg with Hooker. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A very solid gain of 27.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Hooker's going to throw it. And it's caught. And in for the Lions touchdown. Jameer Gibbs with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Lions have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive in the second half. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same, and what they plan to do on offense.
And quickly, they get to the line. Smith going to move him around. Throwing now is Geno. Smith and Jigba with the grab. A first catch for the Ohio State rookie. He's got a first down. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Second down and 8. Off of play action. Here's Smith. Catch is made by Metcalf. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 40. A gain there of 21 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Now quickly here to Smith and Jigba. of 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Lions' 34-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Smith.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Patterson now for the extra point.
It's good to make it 17-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Now Geno.
He completes this to Walker.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. On 1st down, Smith. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
And now Smith going to change the play.
Geno now to throw. Flushed out right. And Walker has it.
Room past the 35.
And finally down at the 41-yard line.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores. And they've really got to get some yards in chunks. And they know the defense doesn't want to give those up. They've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together?
Third and 3.
Now Smith.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
On 2nd and 10, Smith. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 20-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. From the red zone now, Smith. It's caught. Lockett.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays, because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Here we go.
They'll sneak it with Smith. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
Hey, give him credit. That's a good, solid game there on the sneak, because it all comes together. Enough space, get forward, gain yardage. Well done.
2nd down, goal to go.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
Walker.
And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line.
Sometimes I get caught hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
They're not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Walker.
And this time he is in.
Yes.
Kenneth Walker, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Another run for Gibbs here.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Now a 2nd and 2. Gibbs straight ahead. And he will have a Lions first down, and that's the one that should seal a victory.
It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up. So there the defense denies the rookie of his potential first career touchdown.
And his first NFL touchdown celebration. I wonder if he's thought about it, if he has something cooked up in his head as he worked out with his team, and think about the celebration back home when he finally scores his first touchdown.
You don't get a second chance to make a first impression. We'll see what he does.
Well said, sir. Well said.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
Let's go now.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Gibbs not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try and run it with Gibbs. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Charles, in these lower scoring games, you know better than anybody. Points are at such a premium, but taking care of the football is king. They play turnover-free from whistle to whistle, and they come through with a victory.
Yeah, that's what won them the game, because even doing it that way, being that clean partner, they weren't able to really run away with this game. So that tells us just how important it was to make sure you played mistake-free football. That led to the victory.
So for Detroit, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.